Coco Gauff standing on business. This video is brought to you via the Doctrine of Fair Use to Fair Dealing, and we're also covered under the Digital Millennium Act. These two ladies played 3 times before this matchup, with Coco winning both meetings on hard courts. However, they played on clay. Coco was up in the third set, up a break. All she had to do was hold on, and the serve failed her. We fast forward today, Coco would come out with heat seeking missiles, straight laser beams. She would break Marta the first service game, up 1-love. However, Marta would break back. And Marta looked pretty good for much of the first set until Coco said enough is enough. She would take the first set 6-4, and the second set things got bad. Really bad for Marta. They were all downhill. It's just Coco just dominated with the forehand. Take a look at the forehand, Coco, lately. It looks amazing. And the announcer said this here, calling this match. Coco's forehand has been looking beautiful lately. But when it comes to the backhand, the announcer said it best. Coco has the best backhand in the business. And if it's not the best backhand, it's one of the best backhands. But I would agree. I think it's the best backhand in the business. Coco's camp on their feet. I love the energy that I'm seeing. But I like this new mental attitude from Coco. Now, Coco, she has this new focus of, look, and she said this before the match, 70% of the world, when they wake up, they are over in China, when they wake up, would have no idea that I even lost a match. Now, of course, she didn't lose this match, but she's kind of sending the message, and I said this about Roger Federer. He said, listen, if you guys think that by me losing a tennis match, and again, Roger had haters too, he was talking to his haters, if you think me losing a tennis match affects how I sleep at night, you're wrong. I live a great life. And the same with Coco. I think this renewed focus, and she said this a couple years ago, or should we say a year and a half ago, when she won that U.S. Open Championship. Along that run, she talked about just being grateful, showing gratitude, and just being thankful for the opportunity. She said, look, I live an amazing life. A lot of people would dream to live the life I live. Yes, Coco, we love you, but you have to understand that you worked hard to get here. You put in the work. And the average person doesn't work as hard as you. They just sit back and criticize. So, good job showing the haters that you are one of the best on tour. You continue to be, and you've been that for the last 5 years. So, congratulations. Coco gets the victory in straight sets. The ladies shake hands at the net. Now, Coco would say in the post-match interview that, look, she's happy to get the win. Marta's a very tough out. We all know that. But she would also say that her energy, that's right, has been low lately. But just make sure it's good energy, Coco. Why? Because she's not 100% healthy. And look how she is dismantling this competition. And listen, I said it time and time again. I'm going to say it again right here. Coco she did not have the right game plan with Brad Gilbert. He's an amazing coach, but that game plan did not suit her. Therefore, she was losing a lot of matches to lesser competition. And that kind of affected her, it affected the perception that most had, you know. And this is probably the casual tennis fan, right? It affected their perception of her, that as if she wasn't as good as the hype. No, guys, she is as good as the hype, and she's lived up to the expectations. And she said she's not 100% healthy, and she's still destroying this competition. Coco's on a collision course with Arena Sabalenka, someone she owns the head-to-head against, and I don't see Arena beating her. But up next, it looks like she's going to be taking, unless Dasha can just turn a miracle in Wuhan, it looks like Coco's going to be facing Magdalene Net. They played once previously, and that was at the U.S. Open 2021. Coco won that match in 3 sets, and I think she wins this next match against Magda. She's headed towards a semifinal matchup with Sabalenka. As long as she can get past Putintseva, that's going to be a good match there. But let's take a look at how Coco did it, guys. Listen, first serves in play, 64%. We can live with that. Nearly 80% won of her service points. 10 winners tied each with the unforced errors. Marta committing 12 more unforced errors, and that was really the difference there, as Coco was very efficient on the break points. Again, next up, it looks like it will be her taking on Magdalene Net, while above You have Sabalenka. She's taking on Putintseva. Beatrice Haddad taking on Magdalena. I like Sabalenka to come through there. I like Coco to take out Magdalena. And you know what that means. We have a super duper showdown between Arena Sabalenka and Coco Gauff from China. I'm your host, Good Energy. Like the video, show some love. Haley Baptiste, one of Coco's friends. She's coming up next. Stay tuned.